Hey friend, you've probably heard a lot about Jady's phonics program, Elemental Phonics. Today I'm going to share with you our very practical and honest review, as well as some footage of me doing this work with my son, and also the supplemental resources that we use to make this program work for us. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, or welcome back if you've been here for a while. My name is Sarah and I am a mom of 3 little kids now, currently pregnant and expecting our 3rd any day. And I love to share all kinds of things that are working for us as we homeschool our boys bilingually. One thing that we have found recently and really enjoy is Jady's Elemental Phonics program. In this video, I'm going to share with you first what this program is, second, some overall thoughts about it and who I would recommend it to and who I wouldn't recommend it for. Third, some supplemental resources that we use to make this program work for our family. And fourth, some footage of us actually using this program. So first of all, what is this Elemental Phonics program? If you are not familiar with Jady, that stands for Jady Alvarez, and she has a channel here on YouTube with thousands and thousands of followers. And so you probably will hear about her soon if you haven't yet. But she is a homeschooling mom of 5 and has a lot of great ideas and has created her own phonics program that is very simple and cheap in the way that it's inexpensive, not that it doesn't work or something. This is a 3-part program that begins with learning letter sounds and then continues to working on some simple vowel consonant word sounds blends together, and then some consonant vowel consonant or CVC words. This is a program that follows most traditional ways of teaching phonics to children, but the aim is to teach children who are quite young. I have seen examples of kids who are 2, 3, 4 years old learning with this program without it being a huge burden to them. Now, this is a program that is quite self-guided as far as the teacher goes. The lessons are extremely simple. They're 1 page with a bunch of words on them. And Jady Alvarez does have other resources on her channel, including some games that you can play with your kids to especially teach phonics sounds for individual letters. Let me give you a little peek inside of our binder for Elemental Phonics Level 1 to give you an idea of what the program flow is like. This is very simple. There is a progression chart, some uppercase and lowercase letters at the beginning. You can use that instead of flashcards if you wish. And then you just, after you've learned the individual sounds, with lesson 1, you launch into blending a consonant and a vowel together. Let me note that it's important to understand when consonants and vowels together will make an irregular sound. One example is when G is followed by E, sometimes we'll get the sound J, like in the word gem. So if you are aware of those irregulars, you can kind of anticipate or skip some of these blends. Not all of the GEs will make the J sound, but it's just good to be aware of when some of these blends are not going to be very useful. Another thing to note is that X is completely skipped because when X is at the beginning of a word, it will actually make the Z sound, as in xylophone, or it will say its name X, as in X-ray. So that is completely skipped in the lessons, and I think that's good. So don't think that you're missing a page if you're going through this program. After those initial 2 letter blends, you have 3 letter blends, which we call CVC words, consonant, vowel, consonant, and you just go through them. There's no really particular order that I found, so feel free to rearrange them. That's what we do. I changed it like this. Lesson 20 is the one we started with at, then we moved to et, lesson 26, then it, lesson 40, ought, lesson 23, and ut, lesson 43. And then we just moved on to an, another easier beginning sound, which would be lesson 25, then lesson 21, N, lesson 32 in, lesson 29 un, and then there are no on words here. I'm not sure why, because there are some words that have that sound. And I just do this in alphabetical order, starting with the initial word family blending sound, the A, and then E, I, O, U for all of these word families. And then there is, of course, the reading at the back. I have, as I've gone through this, I have also just started teaching my son the and A in sentences that we make as we go to do games, and I found that helpful. So by the time we get to this point where he's reading these sentences, he should be totally fine with those. Another sight word here is. I have some thoughts about the simplicity of this program. It was something that I was looking for as a mom of a 3-year-old, now 4-year-old, wanting to teach him some phonics before he actually is going to learn them at his part-time school. And so I was really happy to find how simple this program was, that it was quite effective with my oldest son and is continuing to be effective. However, I would have some hesitations recommending this program to every single home, because not all people have a good background in phonics themselves or understand how to guide a child through learning how to read without a lot of guidance. And this program doesn't have a lot of guidance. You can reach out to Jady Alvarez, you can find other resources to help you, but it's not like programs like All About Reading, Logic of English, Sing, Spell, Read, and Write, or other phonics programs out on the market to really hold your hand and guide you as at whatever level you are in your own understanding of teaching and of phonics. Another thing is that this program is very inexpensive and it is downloadable, so it's excellent for families like us, like I said, who live overseas. But you have to supplement it with other resources, or I would say you should supplement it with other resources. I will share the resources we have found really helpful in just a minute, but those are just some caveats that I have with this program. I don't think it's a good fit for every family. Thankfully, I do have some background in phonics, a good foundation laid in my own schooling, but also just as an English teacher. And so that has been really helpful. So if you feel confident in your understanding of basic phonics, this might be the program that you would want to look into. It is extremely cheap. At the time of this recording, I believe it's only $35 for the downloadable files. You will have to print those on top of that, but with a simple 3-ring binder, it's not an expensive endeavor. An additional thought, even for those who have taught phonics before or who have a good understanding of phonics themselves, is the layout of the program. I have moved around lessons in this program because I really appreciate teaching word families. That is a concept where you take 2 sounds, a vowel sound and a consonant sound, that are commonly found at the ends of short words together, like at, or et, or it, or ought, or ut, and so on. And you try to read as many words as you can with your child that have those ending sounds, to practice noticing the beginning sounds of words, but also how you can break up words into smaller decodable sounds. Sadly, in the Elemental Phonics program, I don't see the word families playing a huge role in the repetition, but you can move around the lessons to work on similar word families. The word families are there. You are reading an entire page of one specific word family in a lesson, and these lessons could go as fast or as slow as you need them to, but I don't see similar word families grouped together in sequential lessons. So what I do is I look for example at the very first word family, at, and then the next word family that we work on is et, and then we will work on it and ought and ut. Then we will change to a different ending letter, just because I think it's good to have the contrast of the vowel sounds with the similar endings and sometimes similar sounding words overall, so that we're paying attention to what is inside of the word I've just found that helpful. Okay, so does this program work? I have seen lots of comments on YouTube on Jady Alvarez's videos saying that it does, and I was pumped when I found this and thought this can work for us, and so far it has. When we get to the higher levels of silent letters and long vowel sounds, I'll see again how it's working for us and maybe have to tweak some things. But so far at the very beginning stages that we most need it for, it has worked well for us. So now I'm going to show you some of the supplemental resources that we have found really helpful as we are journeying through this program. And we haven't finished all of the program yet. We're still on the very first level, so I can't speak to later levels, but I will try to create videos in the future if I find some other resources that are helpful. I expect these resources though to last us through all the levels and to still be helpful in their use. So the first resource is flashcards. We have lowercase flashcards, we also have uppercase, but because most of reading is done in lowercase, we've just focused on using lowercase letters. And I taught my boys, both of my boys, our 4-year-old and our 2.5-year-old, the sounds of the letters with some motions. I have a video all about the motions that we use, and they're extremely helpful for both English speakers and people who are learning English for teaching phonics. So if you are interested in that, I'll leave that video linked in the description box below. These are just really simple flashcards. You could make them. I think Jady Alvarez made her own just with paper and handwritten letters, but I ended up just buying a few, not an expensive cost, and we like to keep them together on a little key ring so that they don't get separated from one another. The second resource is magnetic letters. These are great to use for making the words and also playing some games with the words as you get into CVC words. I will show you some videos in a minute of my son listening to a word that I am saying and then him making the word with the letters. It's just a great way to have more interaction and keep from boredom and all of the repetition that you're doing. I would say that one of the greatest supplemental resources to the Elemental Phonics program is my own background in Sing, Spell, Read, and Write's reading program. There are many videos here on YouTube that are extremely helpful for teaching songs to kids about phonics. The biggest one that we've turned to so far is the short vowel sounds song, and forgive my singing voice, but it's simply like this. Apple, egg, India, the short vowels we do sing. Oxen, umbrella too. Now I know my short vowel sounds, I'll sing them all to you. And my boys have this memorized. We are always pointing to the letters as we go, and we also sing around what Sing, Spell, Read, and Write calls a Ferris wheel. You're just singing in a circle and then back again, like this. I, I, I. So we are repeating every single day all the short vowel sounds. There is a long vowel sound song as well. We haven't gotten to that point. And there are other really helpful videos from Sing, Spell, Read, and Write here on YouTube. I will link those in the description box below as well so you can find them easily. I would probably, if I could go back, choose to do more of the Sing, Spell, Read, and Write program, but it's a little harder to get your hands on and it's quite expensive. So I'm quite satisfied with what we have in this Elemental Phonics program. Those are the 3 main resources that we really enjoy. Something that we're going to be turning to more often and have tried using a little bit is the Bob books. As we learn more CVC words and word families, and as we are getting into sight words, then my son will be more confident in reading these. But so far what we've done is I've just chosen a book and read it with my son and had him sound out the CVC words that he knows and read it along with me. Depending on your child's personality, they might find that really frustrating or really freeing and realizing they're reading along with you, or that they can't read it all yet. So just approach that as needed for your child. Another resource was simply a Teachers Pay Teachers phonics reading download, and with this one, we have been working on the word families at and et, and it has been my goal to try to circle those words in the longer passage and have my son read those words, just like with the Bob books. So even if you don't have those resources, you can make some simple books yourself. It is, like I said, a very self-guided program with Elemental Phonics, in that you have to find all of these other resources and any reading books that you want to use with it. But the bare bones are there, and you have the structure for what you should follow. Let me show you some video footage of my son reading and learning the vowel sounds and consonant sounds, and just show you how this works for itself. Mm-hmm. Good. What's this one? J, like Josiah. Mm-hmm. What's this one? Good. Good job. Like a lollipop. Mm. Good job. Good job. What's this one? Good job. No, pirate doesn't say ah. That's a different letter. What's this one? Good job. What's this one? Okay, try again. Good. What's this one? This one has the mustache here, and a mustache usually here. What does it say? Qu. Qu. Good job. What's this one? Okay. Mm-hmm. And this one? No? No, what's this one? Right here. Good job. I think you're looking at the line below it. That's why. We're having problems. Okay, this one? No, right here.
No, I'm not this one.
This one?
Up.
Good job. This one? Like a card. Good job. This one?
What?
Good. What's this one? Good job. Okay, this one here?
Zipper.
Okay, well, you know this one's for zipper. This one is yeah. This one? Good job. Now we're going to try putting the two letters together to make sounds. Then we can learn how to read in books. So we go like this. We put our fingers on the dots. What sound is this one? B. Okay, so let me show you. Look, we put our fingers here. We go b, a, ba. And Mommy read the word. Can you try it?
Yes.
Okay, let's try it. Two sounds. B, a. Steven, try. Steven, try here. Try this one.
There.
Okay, Zaza, please move your fingers. Stevie's gonna do it first, and then Zaza can have it turn. Move your fingers, please. Thank you. Okay, now we put the two sounds together. We put the two sounds together to read the word. You read two sounds, now we put them together. So like this, Stevie. Ba, ba. We say them fast. Ba.
Ba.
Okay, next one. Vet. Can you find that one?
Vet.
Woo! Good job. Okay, Zaza. I know you want to be in the video, but no. Okay. Wet.
Wet.
Good job. Okay. Get.
Get.
Awesome. And pet.
Pet.
Good. Net.
Net.
You're so fast. Bet. B, b, b.
Again?
Bet. Remember, I bet it will be sunny. Bet. I think maybe. B, 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 b. Bet. Good job, Steven. Up high. Down low. In hole. Ow. You are too fast. Good job. Okay, Steven's going to read a sentence for you. Steven, can you read what's on the whiteboard? Ready? Ready, set. What's this one?
Pet.
Good. A pet.
A pet. Cat.
Good. A pet cat.
Sat.
Good. Let's read the whole thing together. Ready? A pet.
Pet. Cat. Sat.
High five! Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions or would like a follow-up video about this program in a few months, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to help you out. That's why my channel's here. And if you haven't yet subscribed and want to see future videos, go ahead and do that. Also, please let me know what you think of this video by leaving a thumbs up. Thank you guys. I will see you next time. Ciao.